Good morning. It's Tuesday, September 19th. Sorry for the late start. We got FOMC tomorrow. Beware of that. We got a few picks for you today. Already having an okay morning here with them. So let's just start right away. With Enphase is going to be the number one pick of the day. ENPH, a stock I've never played before, but someone presented it on Wolf Financial Spaces last night, and he presented it in a very story trading style kind of way. He didn't mention the pillars, but essentially that's the pick he was talking about. There was a big insider buy last night. Director buying several $1 million worth of shares. He went through the fundamentals. That was a catalyst. Went through the fundamentals here and said, look, the forward PE is about $20. Went through the sentiment, and the sentiment is this is a former kind of momentum runner that's had big moves in the past. So now that you get this insider buy, good fundamentals, a stock that tends to do really well once there's some good news, put it all together and you get yourself a story trade. At least that's the way I look at it. So I stole that idea from him, made it our number one pick, and 20 DMA possible here, 124. Maybe a day or two, I'll possibly get there. And obviously, we could always be wrong. Market has to cooperate. We'll see. But Enphase, ENPH, that's the top pick of the day on the insider buy. Then we have SMCI, similar story. Fundamentals really good, really cheap stock. And then we got an analyst coming out with a target of $327 from Barclays. Initiates coverage, $327 target. I don't like this as much as Enphase. I think Enphase is bigger, a more important catalyst, and an insider is buying millions of dollars. SMCI, we've seen recently analyst upgrades and price targets not work out. One of them yesterday actually was Dash, which we have a short idea on. Dash, well, actually in the morning it did. It exploded, but then right back down after that price target increase. But I've seen many times they don't necessarily work out. And, Soxel's been weak, market's been weak, but still, we love the fundamentals on this. It's still AI, so it's still going to be top two. Just a little bit less conviction, I think, than Enphase, which also has been down much longer. Look at the 6-month chart. Look at the 1-year chart. 315 to 210. I think this is due for a bounce. What's the short position on this? You have an 8% short position, whereas SMCI has been up, maybe not as, due for a bounce as the other one, but both good, both great ideas for this morning. I did mention Lucid. I put it in the app, but, I don't think I'm going to put it top five. There's a little catalyst this morning here, some teardown that some third party did. I don't even know what they're called. I tried to figure out who it was. Automotive Engineer. I think it's called Automotive Engineer. They did a teardown of Lucid, and they said the powertrain is better than Tesla. This is the one area where Lucid can be Tesla. I don't think this catalyst is strong enough, and Lucid needs to raise a ton of money. And this environment is just bad for companies who need to raise money. I think yesterday, did we talk about RK? Maybe I did this on Wolf Financial Spaces last night. RK closed below key moving average. We had hot CPI, hot PPI, interest rate expectations, even though they're flat. It's funny because the market is not expecting a raise this week or even in November. But I'm not sure that ARK is telling you that, or IWM is telling you that, right? These are companies that need to raise money, or it may just be that higher for longer. Maybe they're not anticipating a hike, but, when you have hot CPI and hot PPI, maybe that's what's taking down RK and IWM, higher rates for longer, which is really bad for microcaps, really bad for risk assets. Lots of charts are really broken below key moving averages. So Lucid, I don't really love, even though I mentioned the app this morning. So we're going to take that one out of the top five. Okay. All right. So got some other ideas for you. First of all, I have to bring Talk up here. We've been talking about Talk the last few days, how this is it's been moving. There's been some price action on it. And this morning it just exploded. Look at that on heavy volume. So hopefully some of you got in the last few days that I've been talking about Talk, right? I don't see the news that's causing this yet, but something is somewhere. There's 283,000 volume. Huge move, up 10%. So, this is the time you get paid for listening to our show. The last few days I've been talking about this. So Talk exploding. I can't say that it's a buy here at 193. I would say even you might want to take some off the table if you bought at 180 or something like that the last few days. And then try to find out what the news is. Maybe get in on a pullback. Maybe getting in on a gap fill here at 182. What was the gap? Yeah, 176 to 182 area. that's how it played here. So if you're already in, congrats on listening to me this time, and then take some profits on that maybe if it's a trade and try to get back in. If it's a long-term position, just hold it. All right. I'm looking for $2, $3, $4 is what I told you guys first half of 2024. It's crazy. Big volume. Something must be up. All right. Got another one for you. LAP did an offering last night. And this went to last night, it was trading around 108 to 111 area. It's doing better than last night because the pricing came out at what's this comment? Oh yeah, I'll get the targets. Sorry. So the pricing came out at 140, $1.40 on LLAP. Okay, came out at $1.40, much better than expected. That was like incredible because the stock closed at 142 and they did an offering at 140. Wow. Yes, there's warrants, but still, wow, that doesn't happen in microcap land. Why so strong? What's going on? How are they able to have this kind of leverage to get this kind of pricing? Listen, I've been in touch with investor relations, and they've been pretty freely telling everyone that because Lockheed Martin won that contract a few weeks ago from the government, that LAP will be getting a big chunk of that business, and we're in any day for the PR. Is that the reason that they were able to get such good pricing? Is it because the investors have visibility into Rivada payments that are coming down the pipe? So I'm actually a buyer here. So thank God we avoided this. We've been giving you the warning on this to stay away from LAP because of the risk of an offering. That worked out. And now I'm back in, okay? Especially if this goes back to 110, 111, I think I might get a big position, and my exit's going to be the catalyst on Lockheed Martin deal or Rivada payment. So let's just look at the levels here. With 140, I'm thinking we can get back, at least to the 120s. Maybe we can make a move back to 127. I see my internet's having issues coming in and out, so apologize about that. But maybe 127 is where this can go. So I'm a buyer here from like 110 to 117, and maybe we can flip some at 127 on that $1.40 offering. It's not going to go all the way to $1.40 because there are warrants. All right. Maybe if there's a catalyst, maybe if the news comes out, we can make a push towards 140. So let me go to some short ideas here. We actually opened in the hedge fund that I have loosely associated with Story Trading. We opened a sub account just for shorting stocks. It kind of threw in the towel a little bit. He said, you know what? It's like so hard to buck the market trend and find stocks that are going to go up in a bear market. We said, we got to also play to the downside. So a few short ideas for you. Rocket Labs this morning had some bad news. We already played this once, shorted it in the early pre-market, like in the 450s and closed that short around 4. Got another short here. I'm shorting this again. Okay, this is a rocket company. And they send satellites into space, and they had a failure last night. One of their launches failed, and they put out a statement saying that their next launch is postponed, and they're going to issue a statement sometime in the near future about the revenue guidance. So they're basically saying our revenue is going to go down. We're pausing our projects. And, I don't know what their situation is with cash. Maybe this will force them to have to raise money. I don't know. But one thing I do know, does it look like it's trying to do a gap fill? It kind of looks like it wants to do that, but guess what? They're not going to succeed. If this does a gap, there's no way on earth that this stock will trade over $5 today. No way. You're not worth more the next day after a rocket launch fails. Okay. So my playbook here is to just keep shorting on the way up. You manage your size, just short. If it keeps going higher, short some more. Keeps going higher, short some more. Enough so I can have a max position at 5 if it happens to want to go there. I already made money on this once today, and I'm setting up to make money on it again, shorting Rocket Labs. Now, 2 short ideas for you. Actually, these are my 2 ideas on Wolf Financial Spaces. First one is going to be Dash. DoorDash. 2 negative catalysts, I think. Here's the first catalyst. If you go to RRGB, I don't know if I covered this yesterday morning. I don't think I did, but it's in the app. If you go to RRGB, yesterday they warned Red Robin shares fall 8% after warning of industry traffic slowdown. Okay, they're saying Red Robin executives are seeing signs of a third quarter pullback in consumer traffic across the casual dining industry. So at first we're looking for, okay, maybe this is a sign. Let's short other restaurant stocks. But look at this. He says, so far though, Red Robin's customers have largely kept spending. He says demand for add-on items like desserts, appetizer, and alcoholic drinks has held strong. However, here we go, off-premise customers, and especially those ordering through third-party delivery channels, what is that? That's Uber Eats and DoorDash, are showing signs of closely managing their check size. Maybe we are early. Who is looking at this little $142 million companies to take cues on what they should do with DoorDash? Maybe not many. So we may be early to this. DoorDash had a big day yesterday again because they got a price target increase or from Mizuho, I think it was Mizuho, but they prepared that report before they got this bad news from RRGB. I wonder if this drop in the second half of the day had to do with that RRGB warning. Now, the second catalyst, Instacart IPO, is today. I think that was priced at 31 or 30. Hold on. Let's go here. It's under ARM. Instacart priced at 30. Okay. So Instacart is priced at 30. They're kind of in the same space. I know Cart is more for like grocery deliveries and DoorDash is more for restaurant, but there is some overlap there as well. So in any case, this could maybe take some demand away from DoorDash and into Cart today. People want to play the Cart IPO. So I have two negative catalysts for Dash. We have this in our short account now. It's trying to hold the 20 DMA. And look, just so many other bad signs, so many other charts that look really bad in terms of consumer discretionary that I like this. I like the short idea. Dash. Another one, short, Teladoc, a new 52-week low yesterday. New 52-week low. This is a warning, man. ARK-K, growth stocks. I mean, this is a bad environment still. Like people are like, oh, new all-time highs coming for SPY and QQQ, maybe 5 or 6 stocks, but everything else under the hood is terrible. New 52-week high for Teladoc on news from Amazon. Is it here? It's not in the newsfeed. It's on Twitter. It's going around. I think, did I put this in the app? I'm not sure, but it was an article in Business Insider that Amazon is looking to take their health offering and maybe bundle it with Amazon Prime. So CVS and Teladoc ticked down in the middle of the day when this news article came out. But, you know, that's just, I don't think necessarily anyone can extrapolate that and say this is bad for the fundamentals long term. I don't think we could say that. This is just a catalyst, right? It's just, you know, risk assets are in bad shape. The technicals here below the 52-week low, and let's throw fuel on the fire and let people speculate that Amazon might take Teladoc's business one day, put it all together. All right. So now we have a couple shorts in our account. Teladoc, Dash, Rocket Labs. All right. We're going to leave it there. Obviously, we're going to be monitoring all these other picks, Geo, Yatra, TGB, all that. So let's look at the levels real quick and just order this. You know, I can't say that TOC is a top 5. I can't tell you to buy at 191, especially since I don't know what the catalyst is. So you know the playbook on this. If you're in it, sell it. If you have a long-term outlook, you can still buy it here, I guess, if you're willing to hold months or quarters. But top 2 is going to be Enphase, SMCI, and I guess I got to go after that, LAP, short Rocket Lab. We're watching TOC, and then the short Dash and short TDOC are not day trades. Those are more swing trades, okay? If they work out today, great. All right, let's look at the levels because I forgot to do that, and Yosef here is asking for target on the day for SMCI. Actually, we should do both of these. Okay, so SMCI, look, it's right at a resistance level right here. It's having trouble breaking 250, 251. If it breaks 251, man, this is definitely a tough chart. But let's see, 247 is here. If it breaks look, it's always the 20 DMA that I look at on good news. I always look at and say, look, we could potentially get to 265 in a swing period, right? That's always my playbook on good news, on a reversal. Sometimes it happens same day. Sometimes it happens in a couple days, but that's the rosy scenario. It may not happen for the reasons I said earlier, but that would be the upside target. If it happens to go to 265 or 266, I'd be all out on SMCI today if it happens to get that high. All right. All right. That's SMCI. And you can figure out, you know, how you want to manage stop losses. That's on you guys. I'm not going to advise on that. So that's SMCI. And then Enphase. Enphase here, let's see, again, 20 DMA. Same playbook. 123 or so would be my target on Enphase. Okay. Let's just go back and double check here. Enphase, SMCI, LAP. We're going to buy the heck out of this thing if it gets towards 110, looking for 127, 129, I believe it was. And Rocket Lab's going to be shorting on the way up. TOC, maybe let's do some research, find out what's going up. But man, am I stoked about Talk. I do have a nice position in my retirement account in Talk. All right, guys, let's pick this up. Oh, don't forget about Instacart. Sorry, Instacart. I don't know what time. I got to get that up on my screen. Instacart today. I think I'm going to play that. I think I'm going to play Instacart today. So, all right. That's all I can say about that. There's nothing else to say about Instacart because there's no ticker. There's no chart, nothing. All right. Maybe if there's time, we'll do a live stream when Instacart's going live like we did the other day with ARM. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you soon. Take care.